I'm going to take a minute and talk about 3 reasons why you consider dressing well as being important. And they are not the 3 reasons that you might already be thinking of, or maybe they are, but I'm hoping to hit a couple of different notes here. The number 1 reason that you're dressing well, or that you're considering dressing well, might have to do with the emotional side of dressing well, in that perhaps when you were growing up, you didn't have the ability to dress the way that you wanted to. Like your family's financial means maybe didn't allow it. Maybe your dad didn't get a chance. And if he did, that's fantastic. But maybe he didn't have a chance to wear a suit to work every day. Or even have the ability to afford suits to work, every day, because that's just, the profession and the environment was not conducive to that. And certainly that's the case for me. And so the ability to dress well, it's an emotional decision, much like, driving a car that's a little bit nicer than like the standard quo, because maybe that's not so much about the car or the clothes, but it's a representation of your effort. It's a representation of your work. And it says something not only about, it's not just about what you wear, what you drive, it's a representation to you and to the outside world of your character. Because in order to be able to attain these things, you had to have committed yourself, followed through on your promises, acted with integrity, worked your ass off in order to obtain these things that you can now obtain. And so dressing well is more of an emotional thing, as a representation of your character to you and to the outside world, more so than the clothes itself. And that's one maybe not typical reason people think of that folks dress well, but it's certainly up there. Another reason I think people dress well, and I think you should dress well, is it creates a competitive advantage. One example is, I remember when I was still in the field seeing clients one-on-one, I met with a prospect who was in the financial advisor area, and he was recruiting financial advisors, and he was really poorly dressed, and he also drove a very not nice car. And I remember this because it was a home appointment. It was a very nice home, but he wasn't well dressed, and the car was not very nice. And I kind of got this sentiment, and then he kind of told me that. He goes, when I recruit financial advisors, I'm teaching people how to manage and spend their money, so I don't want them thinking that I'm mismanaging and spending mine. And I understand the philosophy, but I don't agree with it, because like if I'm going to go to work for a financial advisor and he looks like crap and he drives a crap car, I would never go to work for him, because I want to be successful. And so when you're going out and you're recruiting a team and you're building an organization, and you think that, if I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, that's a sign of status. Not if you're recruiting people that are trying to achieve personal success, it's not. Maybe if you're hiring software developers that, see it as tacky, but if you're developing a sales organization or a legal firm or some kind of an organization where people are striving for personal success, like I'm talking financial success, you have to represent to them what they want to become. And so dressing well is a competitive advantage, absolutely. And number three, another reason why you might dress well you might not think of, is just shows people that you're socially intelligent and that you get it. And I remember somebody, a mentor a long time ago, telling me that, sometimes when you dress like crap, you kind of think like, oh, people will realize I don't need to dress well to impress others. But really what people think is that guy just doesn't get it, And so dressing well, in fact, shows that you are socially intelligent. It shows that if you dress with a little bit of flair, it also shows that you're a social risk taker, which is an incredibly alpha trait. It really creates a certain, just the fact that you're able to step outside the and don't do this if you're a very junior associate in your firm. You don't want to send the wrong message, but just showing that you're able to step a little bit outside the bounds, just like tastefully enough, it demonstrates that you're a leader in the tribe, because you don't get punished, you don't have consequences against you for doing that, and that creates a very powerful alpha image. And if you're into social psychology, totally understand that. So there you go, 3 reasons why you might want to consider, or you do dress well that you might have not thought of. Have a good day.